Good morning, students. Today we will continue further with our topic in fractions. Our today's topic is equivalent fractions. Now look at the figure given below. You can see the figure, as you can see here, I have divided this first strip into two parts. Only one part is shaded, hence I mentioned it as 1 by 2. You see the second strip, I have divided it is having 4 parts and I have shaded 2 of them. Hence I have written it as 2 by 4. The next strip has 6 parts in it and I have shaded 3 out of them. You can see here, hence I mentioned it as 3 by 6. And the next strip has 8 parts in it and out of those I have colored 4 of them. Now you can see every strip represents the same part of a whole. On placing the strips, when you place one strip on above, we can see that they will all coincide, which means that all the fractions are equal. So such fractions are called equivalent fractions. So equivalent fractions are what? Equivalent fractions are those fractions, those have the same value or that represent the same part of the whole. Hence 2 upon 4. If you divide 2 by 4, you will get 1 by 2. If you divide 3 by 6, again you will get 1 by 2. You divide 4 upon 8, again you will get 1 by 2. So these fractions, they are the equivalent fractions of 1 by 2 and hence are known as equivalent fractions. Further moving to equivalent fractions, now we will try to find out the equivalent fractions by the method of multiplication. And for this we will consider an example of find out the equivalent fraction of 2 upon 5. So equivalent fraction of a given fraction can be obtained by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So let us find out by the equivalent fractions of 2 upon 5. Now as you can see over here on my screen, 2 upon 5, as I have said, you are multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 2. When you do so, you get a fraction which is 4 upon 10. Now same fraction remains as it is. Now we are multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by 3. 3 2s are 6 and 5 3s is 15. You get 6 upon 15 as your answer or the equivalent fraction. Then now let us multiply it with the number 2 upon 5 with the number 4. 4 2s is 8 and 5 4s is 20. So you have 4 upon 10, 6 upon 15 and 8 upon 20. When you multiply with the numbers like 2, 3 or whatever number you take, yes, you will get their equivalent fractions. So here in case of 2 upon 5, the corresponding equivalent fractions that we have got by the method of multiplication is 4 upon 10, 6 upon 15, 8 upon 20. And they can be called as equivalent to your number 2 upon 5. Now moving further, we will find out equivalent fractions by the method of division. Equivalent fractions of a given fraction can also be obtained by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So let us find out the equivalent fraction of the number 40 by 60. You divide this number 40 by 60 by the corresponding number. So first we will do 40 by 60. We will divide both the numerator and the denominator with 10. When you divide 40 by 10, you will get 4. And when you divide 60 by 10, you will get 6. Now 40 upon 60, but you have to be careful that the number with which you are going to divide, it should be divisible. That number which both the numerator and the denominator should be divisible by that number. Now we divide 40 upon 60 by the number 2. 40 divided by 2 we will get 20 and 60 divided by 2 we will get 30. Again the same number 40 upon 60 we can divide it by 5. When you divide 40 by 5 you will get 8 and 60 when you divide it by 5 you will get 12 as your answer. Yes, so here we have got 4 upon 6, 20 upon 30, 8 upon 12. Hence when you divide these numbers by 10, by 2 and by 5, the corresponding equivalent fractions which you have got is 4 upon 6, 20 upon 30 and 8 upon 12. Hence they are called as equivalent of 40 upon 60 and we have used by the method of division. And now students, we moved on to the last method of finding equivalent fractions by the method of cross product method. Yes, so now when can we say that two fractions are again equivalent? Yes, two fractions are said to be equivalent if they have the same value. Like let us take an example for the number 3 upon 8 and 15 upon 40. The question arises, are both these fractions equivalent? And if yes, how can we find it out? By the method of cross product. Yes, so to check whether the two fractions are equivalent or not, we will follow the certain rules based on that. Like in case if you go stepwise, then first what we will do, as you can see on my screen, you can see over here, first we will find the cross products of the numerator of the first number with the denominator of the second number. So as you can see, I multiplied 3 with 40. When I multiply 3 with 40, I will get 120 as my answer. And similarly, we'll do for the next part, 3 upon 8, the number which we had. Now again, we'll be multiplying the numerator of this number with the denominator of the first number. Here we had taken 3, the numerator multiplied with the denominator, and we had got 120 as our answer. Here we have taken the denominator, and here we are taking the numerator. When we multiply the two, 15 into 8, we get 120 as our answer, as it is visible. So in both the terms, in both the conditions, the first one and the second one, when we multiplied it, we got 120 the answer here, and we got 120 answer as here. So when both the cross products are the same, as you can see, the cross products are the same, 120 in each. The rational numbers, that is 3 upon 8 and 15 upon 40, we can say that they are equivalent. So I hope you have understood equivalent fractions today what we have discussed. We did it with the help of the method of multiplication. We did it with the method of division, and then we found out the equivalent fractions using the method of cross product. I hope my content for today is clear to all. Thank you once again all. God bless and have a nice day.